My name is Del Williams. Can you tell me your full name, please?
So my full name is Nguyễn Trường Toàn, but you can
Th-
also call me Jack.
Okay, Jack. Now, in the first part, I'd like to ask you some questions about yourself. First, I'd like to ask you about your job. What's your job?
Uh, I'm currently a freshman, so I don't really have a job at the moment,
Okay.
but I'm doing like a side hustle, like you know, I'm teaching my little brother, and
Okay.
my
Sure.
mom give me allowance by doing that job.
What are you teaching? What are you teaching your little brother?
I'm teaching him English.
Okay, great, great. So, what are you studying? What subject are you studying in school?
Uh, my
You're a
major
freshman
is
now.
yeah, psychology. That's my
Psychology.
major.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
And why did you pick this major?
Um, First of all, I really like you know help people, so I I chose psychology to understand more about people mental
Mm,
and their mental illness. So
mhm.
I can you know I want to be like a counselor.
Okay,
Is that
great.
right?
Sure. So, what is
Uh,
something you don't like? What is something you don't like about psychology? Is there anything you don't like about it?
to find something that I don't like about psychology, I think
That's right.
it would be hard because I really love it, so it
Mm.
is perfect in my eyes.
It's perfect for you. Great. Let's move on to talk about art. Are you good at art?
I don't.
Why not?
Oh no. You know, I just don't know. I'm I'm a bad drawer. I have
Sure.
never good at drawing at all in my life, and even my handwriting is bad. So my picture they cannot be good.
Do you think children can benefit from going to art galleries?
Uh, Frankly speaking, I think they would benefit a lot from by going to art gallery because by going to art gallery they can spectate more about the art, about the picture of famous artists, and by somehow they may have something for their own through that experience.
Mm. Okay, great. Let's move on to talk about paying bills. What kind of bills do you have to pay? I know you said that you're a university student. Do you have to pay any bills?
You know, currently I don't have any bill to pay because my mother she take cares of me. She's like my she invests into me into my academic education,
Mhm.
so I wouldn't have any bill to pay. But I think I may have after my bachelor of psychology.
Sure, sure.
Yeah,
Let's talk about sports. Do you like to play sports?
I do. I love sport.
Mhm. What sports do you like to play?
I like various of sport like football, volleyball, but I think I play badminton the most because
Mm.
they're convenience. I don't need to have a lot of gear with me, so I can play it like anywhere at any time.
Okay, great. And where do you play badminton?
So yeah, whenever we
Where?
play
Yeah.
badminton,
Hmm.
my friends they will usually rent the freshman dorm so we can play in, in their court because we
Hmm.
don't really have a court, so we have to rent it from the freshman dorm to
Okay,
have a
great.
space for ourselves.
Okay. Now I'm going to give you a topic. Can you see the topic here?
Yeah, I can see.
Okay, great. Now I'm going to give you a topic, and I would like for you to talk about it for 1 to 2 minutes. Before you talk, you'll have a minute to think about what you're going to say, and you can make some notes if you wish.
Yeah.
Do you understand?
Okay. Yeah,
Okay,
I
you
got
have your
it.
pencil. I'm see I'm seeing you gathering
I
your paper. And here is
Yeah.
your topic. I would like for you to describe some food or drink that you've learned to prepare. All right, remember you have 1 or 2 minutes for this, so don't worry if I stop you. I'll tell you when your time is up. Can you start speaking now,
Okay.
please?
So yeah, talking about uh, a fruit or drink that I learned to cook, I would say that is fried chicken with rice, which I learned from my mom and my grandmother. They are great cookers. No, no, great cooks. Oh my bad. And since I was a child, you know, they had me in the kitchen to help them to prepare the materials for the food. So yeah, I learned a lot from them since I was a child. But to to learn how to cook fried rice chicken, I learned that when I was in secondary school. If my memory serves me right, it was about like I was about 14 years old, and my grandmother she taught me how to fry the chicken and then how to cook the rice and then you know add them together to combine them to make fried chicken rice and then you know add some sauce in it to make it a little bit spicier and I you know I felt great about it because fried chicken is my favorite food but I have I have to say that cooking is extremely hard and you need to be super careful and you need to take care every single step of it so you won't mistake it. So you're not gonna screw it by adding too much salt or too much sugar in it. Yeah.
Thank you. When was the last time you made this kind of food?
The last time I made it,
Right. When was the
since
last time you made it?
since I got into high school,
Mm,
I don't I didn't really I didn't have much time to cook by myself. So yeah, I think it was like I was in grade 9, about like
mm.
15 years old
Okay,
back
great.
then.
Thank you very much. Can I have your pencil, paper, and topic book back, please? We've been
Yeah.
talking about some food or drink that you've learned to prepare, and I'd like to ask you 1 or 2 more general questions related to that. First of all, let's talk about young people in cooking. What kind of things can children learn to cook?
Hmm. I think children can really make a meal out of it because you know first of all, they're pretty childish. They want to play with food. They don't. They're not patient enough to stand there and observe everything you teach them. So it would really hard to teach a children to make a meal. you know.
Do you think it's important for children to learn to cook?
I think it is important and vital for themselves in the future because you know, the sooner they learn to cook, the sooner they will be independent and they can cook by themselves. So when you know, they got to high school, they can cook for themselves. They don't really need to rely on their parents anymore, and you know, it will be more convenient for them.
You mentioned that when children get to high school, they should be able to know how to cook, or they could learn, or they could be able to cook their own meals. What kind of meals do you think high schoolers could be able to cook?
I think pretty much any meals that a high schooler can do, but you know, they need someone to guide them so they can make every meal as good as they can. Otherwise, the first time they make any meals, it would be pretty bad because the measurement, you know, the the spice. So I think they can make any meals, but they need a guide.
Okay, great. Let's move on to talk about working as a chef. How enjoyable do you think it would be to work as a chef?
What? Pardon me? Working at the
How
shop, right?
Sure, how enjoyable? How enjoyable do you think it would be to work as a chef?
Oh, I think you know, it would, I think it will be a lot of fun because when you work as a chef, you can cook for yourself and you can taste it. And if it was me, I would love to taste the food that I made, and I would be grateful that I know how to cook, and I can feed other people by cooking for them. Yeah.
Okay. You mentioned that you would be grateful that you could be able to cook for other people. What kind of meals do people cook in your home country?
In my home country, I think it depends on the festival or the occasions because let's take an example like Tết holiday. We make bánh chưng and bánh dày. It's they are rice cake, but they are stuffed with, I don't know how to call it, with a beans, like green beans, and they're pretty nice, tasty. They're pretty tasty.
Okay, great. Well, thank you very much. That is the end of the speaking time.